All right, hello everyone. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live once more, and I just wanted to have a fun little discussion. So, as you can see in the notes, I'll be discussing a little bit about KnightRider. I love sci-fi. I love technological advances. I have a little geek side to me, so I love techie stuff, and definitely when I was growing up, I definitely watched KnightRider very, very often. I just love the whole concept. Like he had that artificial intelligence built into the car, and that AI would talk back with him, and he would, call the car with his smartphone, ask the car for help. The car was basically like a 007 car with artificial intelligence, just a whole bunch of technology, self-driving car, and it's just amazing to look at the sci-fi side of that and how that was all science fiction. That was all pretend, just out of someone's imagination. And now, when we fast forward to what's going on now in technology, we actually see some of those remnants physically happening right now. So I'm a big proponent. I love the Tesla Motors vehicles. If you haven't sat in one, it is amazing. I just love it. It's got this huge computer screen right on the dashboard, and I definitely enjoy those vehicles. And they are self-driving cars, kind of like Kit in the KnightRider series. And that series was so cool because he was fighting bad guys, and Kit was helping him all the way. He would call Kit. Kit would give him recommendations. He would be analyzing the area, telling him best plan of attack. It was complete sci-fi action adventure. I love the kung fu flicks. I love action adventure movies and things like that. But that sci-fi sitcom really took the cake, and I really enjoyed it a whole lot. And just talking about technology, it's just amazing to see how technology just keeps moving forward. So we have the self-driving cars. Even now, I think Uber is testing out self-driving cars in real life situations. You could type on YouTube self-driving Teslas, and I know there's other self-driving cars, but forgive me, I really enjoy the Teslas. They look awesome, love them. So you can see those self-driving cars. You can actually type it in on YouTube, and you can see videos of people using that feature in their Tesla Motors, just self-driving, and the cars changing lanes for them. Technology is always pushing forward. Stuff that we didn't think might have been possible is more possible now because of technology. Even in what's that other movie? Let's see. You guys know it. Back to the Future. Yes, so even in Back to the Future, there's two things in Back to the Future that are completely accurate now. So the powered shoes, the technology for that just came out. Nike went ahead and made those, so they have the the powered shoes, which actually look almost exactly like the one in the movie. So they just figured that out. And then also the 3D movies. You remember that big shark was coming out at the character, and he just kind of ducked because he wasn't familiar with that technology, so it kind of scared him. So we have 3D video games, we have 3D movies, we have all of those different technological advances that have happened. And it's just amazing to see that transition. Even when we go to shopping now with the groceries, there's a lot more self-checkouts now, and that technology is kind of in putting in or getting into other people's livelihood or how they make a living. So, but that transition happens slowly. So we see that transition happen slowly. And like I mentioned, the self-driving cars, that transition is happening slowly. But technology is definitely meant to enhance our lives and do things that we can't do before. Even I think about when 500 gigs of memory on a hard drive was like a huge amount, and now we have like terabytes of memory, and that's become normal. And then also that terabyte's probably going to end up in like a small little jump drive. It will go into larger sizes. And I am kind of setting you guys up. We're talking about technology, we're talking about technological advances, and we're talking about it for a reason. So as I transition, I'll kind of allude to that more. But I'm just excited to be in an age where the science fiction is shifting into advances in technology that are real. Even us right now, you might be watching this via YouTube, via Periscope, via Facebook, right? And all of those mediums with tablets and smartphones, that's straight out of the Jetsons, being able to see the video screen of someone back and forth. And then even on Back to the Future, they had that like video chatting capability going on. And that was all sci-fi, but now that is all real. We have the Zoom platform that does that. You have Marco Polo apps that do that. I mean, there's so many different applications that take advantage of technology and have pushed the envelope for technology, Periscope included. So all of that is just great. I love the KnightRider series, like I mentioned, all of those sci-fi movies and things like that where, you know, we don't know about teleportation, right? We don't know about that yet. We haven't figured out the flying cars, and honestly, I don't think we should. I don't think we need anybody flying in their car. Just keep them on the ground. We'll be okay with that for right now. But just to drive that home, right? So I'm setting you guys up. I'm not even going to lie. I'm setting you up. So we're talking about technology. We're talking about advancements in technology that change the way we interact and change the way we do things. And KnightRider was one of those things where I never thought that there would be a self-driving car. I never really thought about it, put that together. I knew it was sci-fi. I knew it was entertainment. But now it's already shifted. You know, having that smart watch that does so many things now, that's not sci-fi anymore. That's real life. We have that right now, text messages and, you know, things like that. So as we move into a new year, as we move into more technology, things are going to become more and more available as we go along. So I have to segue that and talk about Karatbars International. So with Karatbars International, what we do is we exchange failing dollars or failing currency for physical gold. And now gold is available. This technology is now more available now where gold can be in small increments. So this is a 2.5 gram gold card. So you can kind of see that there. And then right here on the back, you have the certificate of authenticity. And if I had like a little black light, I could shine it on there. So similar to when you see like a MasterCard or stuff and you put it under the black light just to verify its authenticity. It has that technology built into it, just like how a credit card has. And then you have the 5 gram gold cards, right? So the technology to get the gold this small has been around for a little bit of while. But what's unique about Karatbars International is that they want to make sure that gold is in transaction-friendly amounts for anyone on the globe. So what they came out with, and guys, as I'm showing you this, is just awesome. I set you up. Like 4, 5, 6 minutes of discussion is really just setting you up for this, right? So this is cash gold, okay? The technology for this did not exist prior to Karatbars International and prior to Mr. Harold Seitz, the CEO and founder of Karatbars International. It did not exist until he put it into place, okay? Because he wants to have transaction-friendly gold, and gold is not a new item. It is the best form of money. Gold is not a new item. It has a over 5,000 year track record, but he wanted to put gold in the hand of everyone, all the honest people in this world, in transaction-friendly amounts, okay, that you could use day to day. So you see there's actual physical gold ebbed into what looks like a bill, almost like a dollar bill, right? So this is 1/10 of a gram of gold. The technology, like I mentioned, guys, did not exist prior to Karatbars International, and we are the only company, you can see the Karatbars emblem there, where you can acquire physical gold in a self-directed account. So you have full control of the account. It's self-directed. You can acquire physical gold in a self-directed account, and you actually can get paid if you so choose. What does MasterCard do? Of course, MasterCard, their job is to vet, investigate, and prove people are credit worthy prior to giving them a line of credit, things like that. But they're our payment partner. So you see the Karatbars emblem at the top, and you see the MasterCard emblem on the bottom. This is an older card, so it is expired. They've already sent me a new one. But right here, you see that chip. We're talking about technological advances, technology from sci-fi going into real life, right? And the chip inside here is amazing because you can take this to any ATM anywhere in the world. You pop it in and it's going to spit out that country's currency for you. Okay, wherever you're standing, it doesn't matter where you're at, you pop it in. So we've had this chip in our card for several years. Karatbars International's a little over 6 years old. We've had this in our cards for several years before it was popular in the United States, which is awesome. And this card actually won the European Design of the Year for MasterCard, right? So a little tidbit on that. So like we're talking about technology, the advancements in technology, different things like that. So Karatbars International is the only company where you will get paid to take some of your currency, some of your dollars, currency, euro, whichever you're in, or rand if you're in South Africa. We have a very large South Africa team growing, and even we're global, guys. I've met people doing this business in the Bahamas, Canada, all over the world, Trinidad and Tobago, right? And I'm still meeting people via Facebook and everywhere. So, but face to face, I met those people. Those are just amazing people, right? So, Karatbars International is the only business where you can exchange currency for physical gold. Why would you want to do that? Gold has a 5,000 year track record of being the best form of money. And the way I explain that in the simplest way is that money, I believe, and I'm sure you'll probably agree with me, that money should keep its purchasing power, keep its value over time, right? We would all want to have money that is going to keep its purchasing power. You work, you put your time in, your effort to acquire that money or currency. So shouldn't it keep its value over time? Well, gold actually keeps its value over time. Currencies over time lose their purchasing power. So all currencies are in the same boat, unfortunately. The dollar, the yen, everything, the pounds, all of that is going down in purchasing power. So you can buy less and less goods and services because of the fact that it loses purchasing power. That's the way they are designed, because whenever you print something or put out something in abundance, simple supply and demand, it's going to go down in value because there's so much available. Gold has a limited supply and it keeps its purchasing power over time. And like I mentioned before, we get paid on a MasterCard, a global MasterCard, to help people keep more of their money. So as you keep your money in physical gold, you can get paid on a MasterCard if you so choose to. I had a wonderful question earlier. This is a self-directed account. We're all over the United States. We're in over 120 countries, and everyone starts with a free registration, and you have the option of going into doing a business package where you can, everything is optional because like I said at the beginning, it is a self-directed account, right? Self-directed account. So the technology is there for you to tap into, where you can actually have physical gold in small transaction-friendly amounts where everyone can afford it, and then you can use this to acquire goods and services, right? Now, this is an older rendition of this. This is the original Cash Gold. Mr. Harold Seitz already made improvements to this. What his original vision is for the gold to be seen on both sides, right? So you see the first ones that he did, okay, only had the gold show on one side, and they went ahead and corrected that with the new Cash Gold, which I do have. I just have to get it shipped from Germany, but I'm saving in Cash Gold also. So one cool thing, guys, we're talking about technology. We're talking about advances in technology. So one really neat thing that only Karatbars is doing, in addition to this, in addition to the prepaid MasterCard, and Mr. Perkins had jumped the gun and shared some information with you guys already. But so one cool thing is we have Carat Pay. Okay, so we're talking about advances in technology. Now that Mr. Harold Seitz has made gold affordable for the masses in small transaction-friendly amounts, now, just like how you're doing right now, you're probably on your smartphone or your tablet, you have different apps to purchase goods and services. There's a Carat Pay app, okay? And the Carat Bank is all the way in Singapore right now. It's active, and the Carat Pay app is already active and available. So why am I mentioning that? We're talking about tech advances. That's an advancement because you can actually do transactions with your physical gold without moving your gold, without taking it out your pocket, without taking it out of your account, similar to what you're doing right now with your digital currency. But with this one, it is physical gold that you can do transactions with the Carrot Bars app, the Carrot Pay, exactly to say it the exact way, with the Carrot Pay app. All right, so we have that technology already available. We're currently doing business in over 120 countries. Definitely check out the video on the bottom of this link for more details, right? Or get back with the person who's been sharing Carrot Bars International with you. Carrot Bars International is a category creator. We're talking about tech advances. No one has the ability to do gold in the small transaction friendly amounts like this in the cash gold, because cash gold is only limited to Carrot Bars International. No one is put in a position besides Carrot Bars where you can get paid in gold and in currency on a prepaid MasterCard. That is unique to Carrot Bars International. No one can provide a alternate payment system where businesses have already signed up. It's called Carrot Pay or Carrot Banks, so, or K exchanges, excuse me, I don't know why the word escaped me. So Carrot exchanges, so they'll set up shops. So those shops are already set up where they'll say they will take some of the currency gold that's in Carrot Bars in exchange for goods and services. There's already businesses already signed up, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more as we continue to share the information and the word about Carrot Bars International and all that they're doing to help families create income by helping them save physical gold. And as you do transactions in gold, you'll actually start getting cash gold back, right? Kind of like how you're getting rewarded right now, maybe with points or things like that, but you actually get rewarded in cash gold and physical gold, okay? So that's actually loaded into your Carrot Pay account, and then you can actually use that to transfer your gold to different places and then get that going where you can acquire goods and services there, okay? So thank you guys for your time. Get back with the person who's sharing Carrot Bars International with you. It is a very large money system where you can get paid to acquire physical gold on a prepaid MasterCard. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great night or day, depending on where you are.